Grow your potatoes. Jamie didn't like potatoes at first, but after hearing the story about potatoes, he became ridiculously obsessed with this inconspicuous thing. The story was about the history of potatoes being introduced from America to France. In France, potato cultivation has not been promoted for a long time. Religious superstitious people did not welcome it and gave it a strange name, ghost apple. Doctors determined that it was harmful to health. Agronomists asserted that planting potatoes would make the soil barren. The famous French agronomist Permanche had eaten potatoes in Germany and decided to cultivate it in his homeland, but after a long time, he failed to convince anyone. Faced with people's deep-rooted prejudices, he was at a loss. Later, Permanche decided to use the power of the king to achieve his goal. In 1787, he finally got the king's permission to grow potatoes on a notoriously low-yield field. Permanche vowed to make this unpopular ghost apple appear on the French table. He asked for a little trick. He asked the king to send a fully armed guard to guard the field every day. This unusual behavior aroused people's strong desire to steal. Every night, after the guards withdrew, people would sneak into the field to steal potatoes, and then carefully transplant them to their own vegetable gardens. Every night, the potato field would welcome some stealthy thieves. In this way, the ugly little potato proudly walked into thousands of households. Permanche finally got what he wanted. Jamie was grateful for the potatoes, and even more impressed by Permanche's persistence and wisdom. Jamie often gazed at his hands and admonished them earnestly. If you hold a seedling worth defending, you must use your heart as a garden and your blood as a spring to cultivate it, water it, watch over it, and look forward to it. Use the power of your entire life to round a tuber and let the world know that there is a small piece of land that is most suitable for planting miracles. Everything depends on human efforts. As long as you think of more ways, you can do it. The subtle difference between the rich and the poor. Aino and Buji were employed by a supermarket at about the same time. At the beginning, they were all the same, starting from the bottom. But soon, Aino was favored by the general manager and was promoted again and again, from foreman to department manager. Buji, however, seemed to be forgotten and was still at the bottom. Finally, one day, Buji could no longer bear it and submitted his resignation to the general manager and denounced the general manager for looking down on others, not promoting hardworking people, but promoting those who flattered. The general manager listened patiently. He knew this young man and was willing to work hard, but he always felt that he was missing something. What was it? It was not clear in a few words, and he was not convinced, even if it was clear. It seemed that he suddenly had an idea. "Mr. Buji," said the general manager, "you go to the market right away and see what is on sale today." Buji quickly came back from the market and said that just now there was only a farmer pulling a cart of potatoes to sell at the market. "How many bags and how many pounds are there in a cart?" asked the general manager. Buji ran away again and came back to say that there were 10 bags, about 100 kilograms. "How much is the price?" Buji ran to the market again. The general manager looked at him panting and said, "Please take a break. You can see how Aino does it." After that, he called Aino and said to him, "Mr. Aino, go to the market right away and see what is on sale today." Aino came back from the market soon and reported that so far only one farmer was selling potatoes with 10 bags, moderate price and good quality. He brought a few back for the manager to see. The farmer will also put a few baskets of tomatoes on the market in a while. According to him, the price is fair, and he can buy some. The general manager may want tomatoes at this price, so he not only brought back a few tomatoes as samples, but also brought the farmer with him. He is now waiting for a reply outside. The general manager looked at Bougie, who blushed and said, "Now you understand why Aino was promoted, right? The difference between people is obvious, but some people only see their own advantages and cannot see their own shortcomings. Only those smart people will have a comprehensive understanding of themselves and learn to play to their strengths and avoid their weaknesses."